Hello, and welcome back to another day of Catan. I am Shloopity, and we'll be playing some 1v1 games. Picking up right where we left off, we just entered the 2200s, and we're sitting just outside of the top 50. We're certain to get it with just a single win, so let's jump into it. Okay. Interesting board. Not the most wheat. Pretty scant brick. The 810-3 is a solution to that. I'm not crazy about the production. Wood sheep has very modest outs on the way back. Like, taking something like this is balanced, but kind of keeps us trapped. The 8-5-10 might be an option. Wheat and road building isn't really around, but I think we can get onto double wheat. I don't know about this one. I think this is a bit too strong to leave them on the way back. The 8-10-3 was definitely like up for consideration. They can block me out of this pretty easily. Let's just point towards the port. We might have to play something like 5-9-2 into this, at which point we've got the double wheat, the double ord, the double sheep with a powerful port. I mean, alternatively 4-9-2 into more of this, into some of this. The sits is just like so lackluster with the surrounding tiles, right? Kind of low production. The 8-4-3. I don't know. I feel like this side of the board just leaves you very cramped for space with whatever you take. I'm hoping this was right. I don't know. Okay. They're going to encroach pretty heavily on us here. Alright. So, there's no way we tape this from them with just the two. I mean, I like the coordinated 5s. And getting up into the 9-4-11 is a pretty good out. But the production here is pretty miserable. There's like a chance we get this plow, right? Like, it's very unlikely. But they're just relying on the 4. I think it's worth a shot. I don't know. This is kind of a weird one, yeah. Maybe the 2 rolls. It happens. Crazier things certainly have. There's the 9. There's the 5. Come on, 2. I know you got it in you. And I'll buy this. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. There's the 3. They don't drop the road. I'm going to be super greedy here. And I'm going to play quickly so that they don't notice the mono in my hand. Come on, give me an 8 this turn and I'll steal the brick. Oh, I didn't even need it. There was the 2. There was the 2. Oh my goodness. And we still have the mono on backup. Okay, so they spend one of them. Let's just hold out for the city. It comes so easily. Yeah, okay. I could soup up this, but we're about to share both of these tiles. And like, more ore comes pretty freely. They're not on any. No, I think this is still just right. Okay, so they've got the 3-1. They can be robbed. And I think I just save this for like a big 3 payoff or something. They're not going to expect it. They probably think I just got the early VP. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Let's hit the 4. Because we want to steal the brick, but also slow them down. I need to get onto the sheep port now. But the 9-4-11 is also like a really strong pickup if we can manage it. I really don't mind having night control at this point. Okay, so they've got a brick. They've got 2 brick. Is it worth it here? I think so. Yeah, and let's get the sheep port. I could take the 9-4-11, which I think is a good move, but the sheep port really makes us more flexible. And thank goodness he didn't steal the brick there. I'll go ahead and throw this down now, especially with the port. Whew, that's nice. Alright, so we're able to get the brick out of our hand. And what this really does, honestly, is gives us a shot at roads, surprisingly. I'll go ahead and pop once. I'd really like to stay in control of the knights here. And when we hit this 4, we stop them pretty effectively from coming into our territory here. But now that they're fighting back on devs, I'll start hitting the sits. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. They can steal a sheep. This 2 has been amazing. Alright. Let's not mess around. We've got the knight in hand. Let's pick up some extra wheat. And now on the 9, I'll come through here, hopefully. That does leave a hanging road. They could have road builder. It's a non-knight. Yeah. With that, I guess I'll bounce it to this 4. I don't know how much more the city does for me. Okay. VP's alright. Let's go again. Okay, double knight's pretty good. They do get that sits once it's unlocked. But on the 9 and like a couple of sheep rolls, I think we'll be okay. I'm just going to hold out here. I could 7 out, but there we go. That's not quite it though, is it? Alright, let's drop this. And I'll go ahead and do like a backwards road. We can either go up to the 9-10 if this fails, but I'd like to make a ploy for it. Because if we get road here, like, army is almost guaranteed for us. So if we can just get this settled down, we'll have the connect and road. And then I see very few ways in which we lose. Alright, 2 knights in hand. Just going to keep holding here. That is it. They have it. Okay. Pretty expensive, and I don't know how much this does for them outside of road. So let's just keep popping now. Second mono is pretty fantastic. Alright, let's come up in here, and now we'll just start building. We can build to 15. Pick up some more VPs along the way. Because this is the only ore they're going to get all game. We have 3 cities. Let's just pop again. Year of Plenty would be phenomenal. And they don't have any cities. I'm just going to keep hitting this. We get an ore steal even. We have the second mono in hand, so no need to fret. I guess I'll go ahead and pop once. I really want more VPs. There we go. Alright, settle city. Puts us at 14. We either grab another VP or quit settle for the win. On the 11, I might steal his wheat or something. I don't know. This will come in handy if I need it. Does he pop with that one ore? We did it back. Oh my goodness. Can we just... yeah, take road. Open up 2 more settle spots for when they take road back, inevitably. Okay. Yep. Nice! Fantastic first game to start. And yes, we did get quite lucky with those 2s. Those 2s were my little cheer squad. They just kept rolling right when we needed them. Oh man, what a fun game. Stats and all that, but honestly, this was pretty runaway. I mean, they were at 7 points, yeah. We just got what we needed when we needed. I mean, our OWS setup was certainly very strong. And I feel good about this first pick. Obviously, our our position is much weaker if we don't get this off. But, you know, we're either waiting on the 2 or the mono. We had it either way. Both of those things are lucky, but, you know, like I said, from the very beginning, it wasn't out of the question. Sometimes that plow wins, and I think it was worth going for. We were obviously getting one of these spots, and we share the sheep, so, like, he's never gonna... I mean, maybe he blots the 5 at some point, but, like, I don't think we ever get stopped out of devs once we get one of these settlements down. Whew, and there we are, in the top 50. Feels really good. But you know, we don't truly have it until we defend it for the second game. So let's go again and hope we did a little higher on the leaderboard. Oh my goodness, alright, that might be tricky. That might be tricky here. 6, 4, 3, 5, 9, 10. Might be an out. Into more wheat. Yeah. This is pretty insane, though. I mean, they have the 843. Oh, hey! That's always nice to see. Well, this is gonna be a difficult one. Here, let's get our placements down. 8, 5, 10, 9, 4, 6. This 843 is just so strong. I guess they only have the 3 of wood. It builds into more wood. But we can probably win that race. I think I'm okay with this. So it's kind of going to be like a battle between east and west over here. I'll just gun it to the wheat port probably. This road here is doing most of the work. Yeah, pits it straight away. Alright, they're gonna get up cities super fast. Hopefully we won't be struggling on that front too much. If we can get this 9, 10, 11, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. Hopefully this 3 just remains silent. Not much to do aside from wait for our early rolls here. Man, I'm just going to hold out. On another wheat roll, we have it. Yep, okay, alright. I'm going to take it. I think it's a critical spot. And they kind of waste that road, which is a big expenditure for their wheat wood. Alright, we're susceptible to the block, but hopefully a 7 comes fast. I don't see them, like, you know, stalling out too long here. Again, they're going to either get down a city or a settlement or something. And if we can get onto this... Okay. Yeah, they saw that coming, huh? I do have to be mindful of road this game. I'd like to get more brick. And I think I'm going to come down here for it. Because they beat me on, like, city production materials. In a way, I mean, we have more wheat. I think getting more roads and then, like, effectively getting to ports and such will do a lot for our game. I don't see a world in which we get this plow. So I'm going to come in here. And then probably wrap into the 3-to-1. Do a little bit of coastal road work over here. We're getting a lot of 7s. That is not good for us. Alright, I'll pop the dev here. No. That is not what I wanted to see. Alright, the 10 is good. I'm not going to wait around for the 4. Like I said, I really want to maximize our road building here. Now we'll get into the port, which will help us get up the city. Which should come pretty fast now. Yeah, I'll just hold here, wait for a 5 or a 10. Okay. Is it the 8? The 8 stops devs and settles. The 5 is like an okay block. Ooh, that's a fantastic steal. Okay. And the 9 can also help us easily port into more ore just at an exorbitant 4-for-1 rate. It's going to be hard getting up the city with our sits blocked, even with the port. I'm not crazy holding at this number. Another, like, they've got 2 devs in hand. I think we just need to get this city up. And then our game goes a lot smoother from then on out. Oh, city settle. Okay. With that said, we either hit the 8 or the 9 with the ore port. I feel like the 8s haven't really been hitting all that much. I want to stop them from buying devs. I'm over the limit, so I'll go ahead and grab a knight there. Thank goodness it was a knight. Alright, they steal the wood. That's fine. They did off the sits block, though, which isn't great. Okay. We're not too far off from the city here, but we are over. I'll go ahead and grab one, because if that's a final knight... Okay. We are now ahead. They'll have to at least port for the devs, which might give us a shot here, but we need to get this city up. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. And the next 8 is that city. Great, fantastic. I'm a little hesitant to city up the sits 9-4 just because the sits is like the block every time, but it does diversify our OWS resources. And now that we've got the knight in hand and the port running, I think it's worth it to do that. Hopefully they can't pop here. They do. That's unfortunate. We'll hit this sits instead. It'd be a pretty big swing if it rolled this turn. Alright, steal the brick. And then any wheat roll we can start popping again. Nice. Nice. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. Another city would go pretty far. I think I'll wait for one. Five, 10, 9, I'll give it to me. There we go. Feels kind of weird to do this, but I think it's worth it. Alright, now let's get onto this 3-1. Ah, 3 non-knights? That's crazy. They could be at 11 here. Well, that is a good roll for us. Alright. We need to get onto this 3-1 to start processing the wood and brick. We might have to give up on army. Focus road. Because they have completely surged ahead on the devs. It's lucky that we got the VP when we did in that case. Each of them are pretty critical now. Oh, man. Yeah, that's rough. Road is going to be pretty hard fought now. We kind of have to wait for our road materials to refill anyway. And, like, a single sits roll does so much for our game. I'm going to try and grab one anytime I can. Yeah. Yeah. That was a bit rough. I mean, we were up against the sits 9-5 here. I don't know what position on the board beats that, honestly, especially with, like, the 8-4-3 as an out. That just didn't do much for our game if we were to take it. Kind of a rough one. I think we did about as well as we could have. And also, like, I don't know, losing against a fan doesn't really sting too much. Yeah, the starter VP definitely slowed us down. If we had been able to get that first night, and then, like, keep the 8 blocked or the 5 blocked or something, I think we had, like, a pretty solid chance, but I'd definitely like to know your thoughts on this game. I definitely built into certain things, like, I don't know, maybe I could have taken the port earlier or taken the city on the 5, 8, 10, but we got up the city, like, relatively quickly after that. It was a tricky game for sure. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, the 5s... The 5s overrolled quite significantly, so even though they only had the 1 tile of wheat, they were never without wheat. We had a little more production, but, I mean, their numbers just let them buy devs like crazy, so. Oh well, on to the next one, hoping for a 2 out of 3. Whew, okay, well now we have the 659, and it's hard to say no, huh? The 8510 is pretty strong as well, but there are a lot of sheep wood options that complement this quite a lot. So, we could point, and they all come with extra wheat, so we don't really need more wheat. In that case, I think I'll just take this and go up to the 3-to-1 straight away. And the 12 technically is a secondary ore source. Yeah. 843, 946 is the dream. Obviously, 8510 serves us just as well. And if they want the brick and ore, I mean, the options are just a little less good, you know? We could do another little sheep port thing. Okay, that makes sense. And what do they get here? Any road building's gonna be pretty weak. Cool, so they don't even have brick. Which really kind of makes me want to do this little sheep port thing. The 946 is just kind of crazy strong. And we get this as well. Yeah, let's just go this route. We'll build into the sheep after the fact. Or, we'll get onto the sheep port after the fact. But, like, we never lose this spot, barring an early year of plenty. And it has to be a year of plenty, not even just a road builder, because they still don't have the brick. Perfect. Let's go ahead and drop it. I mean, if the 9 never rolls, sure. But it did, in fact, roll. That's pretty good. They don't even block the 5 either, because we share it. Alright, now let's get up a city. Thank you very much. Just right on cue. Alright, let's come down through here, possibly for road. But either to get this, or hopefully the 5-4-11. Keep them off of this 4. They did a city themselves. And if they roll a 7 here, okay. It'd be at the cost of a discard. 1-6. Oh, they do get the year of plenty, just like I was talking about. Now give me a 6. Not quite. I'll pop at least once for sure. And then the second time to get my hand under control. The road builder's pretty fantastic here. I'll have to come the long way for road, but that's a-okay with me. Still just waiting on this sits here. It'll open all of our hopes and dreams. I don't particularly want to port for anything. I'll just hold out. If I 7, I 7. But even when I 7 here, like, it's okay. Because it doesn't... it does break the double settle. What are they most likely to have? Sheep, and we're most likely to roll it, so... Let's cut out the majority of their wheat. I'm definitely using this. And I think I want to grab that right there. I'd like to come into here on the net sits and cut them off of the secondary ore entirely, and then I think we just win. They steal the brick and block it. Okay. Alright, we'll just come through here for road. That's fine. Same as before. Let's get onto some ports so we can start funneling this production. They're not in a terrible spot. We've got quite a lot of wheat here. Another 7 out would be pretty bad. Let's just get the dev in hand. Thankfully, it's a night. Now we're just waiting on an unblocked sits. There we go. We'll throw it over here. That's a-okay with me. They've got no cards, no devs, so like road builder, year of plenty. One of each has already been drawn. I'm not too concerned about them breaking the road here. I think I want to get this port up, and then we'll worry about road. There we go. Buy one of these. There we go. Alright. That'll secure road for us. Let's get army on lock as well. I might need to take away the sheep port faster, but we know that both road builders are gone. So I don't really see a world in which they take that. And now I'm going to stop the brick. They haven't had brick all game. I want to keep it that way. And that's a little unfortunate, but let's hit this to curb their devs. And even if they like try to come through here, we can always go the long way. So I'm really, really not concerned about losing road this game. Drop this. Take army. Hit this so that they can't get to a port. Yeah. Just keep popping now. We'll drop cities and get VPs. And that should pretty much be game. We got the knight in hand. I'll just go ahead and do this. It's straight for the port. It's straight for everything. And unless they, like, somehow buy a whole bunch in one turn, I'm not really concerned about popping too much more. I'll grab one. A VP, like, makes our life super easy. Alright, cool. That should be fine. I really want the next city up, though. And we just have so many quick settles. Like, just city, quick settle, city, quick settle. And we should be good. This is any card, so I'll just do that. And we'll hold out for the city here. Perfect. Oh, extra perfect. Nice. Alright. Cool. Now we just either city or road settle for the win. And we have a lot of rolls that get us there. That one's not quite it, but again, we'll be fine. Now it is. Aww. Alright, well, let's just chuck that down. Hit this Mega 8. And just keep biding our time. If that's a knight, I don't think it is, but if that's a knight, we'll probably have to go into the dev deck again. Just to maintain army. There we go. Alright. Nice! There we go. I love these 2 out of 3 sets. Obviously, a triple crown would be a lot better. Oh my goodness, this 9! This 9 was everything. Whoo! That was a lot of cards we got. Huh, that's kind of crazy. 2 games in a row in which neither the 8 or 6 was like the highest rolling number. We were the only one blocked out of anything? We never got a single block on this guy. Crazy. Alright. And honestly, pretty easy production, but I mean, we got onto ports like pretty fast and they were sort of landlocked over here, so... I mean, we were also gifted the 659, just like in the previous game, a kind of a mirror there. Both games, the 659 kind of decided it. I mean, this one just had such amazing outs. I think they played it about as well as they could have. I mean, they have to take the 8-5-10, because in one way or another, we end up with pretty strong road building. And to build into that, we just win the game on the spot. So they're kind of forced into this position. And then you can't really get good road building on the way back. You know, sits 311. I suppose it's not terrible, honestly. You might be able to build into more wheat on one of these directions. You start with the road. Maybe you get lucky. But yeah, as soon as we were left 659, 694, and then everything was just like so good to build into. Really strong game. All right, and that leaves us flat at number 50 in the world. You hate to see those little backslides from the losses, but if I can just keep churning out these like best of 3 sets, that's what I've been doing. I've been playing a lot of just like best of 3 games, and then I take a little break, and then I play another best of 3, and I've pretty consistently been winning like 2 out of 3, which is a great feeling. Yeah, we can take a look at my past 100 games here. I'm at a 70% win rate right now. The beginning of the season was a little rough for me. I definitely had a lot of losses that kind of tanked my overall win rate, but here lately, yeah, I kind of been on fire, so hopefully we keep climbing. I would love to get into that top 10. It's still the goal for the season. We're about 140 off, so still got a long ways to go, but I definitely think we can do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed those games. I enjoyed those games quite a bit. I thought they were all fun. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely on the second game, I don't think the settlements and some of my plays were the most clear, but as always, I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Take care, everyone. Remember to be kind, and I'll catch you in the next one.